Hey, Scott Johnston here. I want to read to you a passage of scripture from Romans chapter 12. It's verse 1. It just simply says this: "Therefore, I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship." You know, I was having this conversation with somebody recently about serving, about using our gifts, talents, and abilities to serve God. And they tended to think of it like this, that it was just a physical thing, that it's the, it's the moving, it's the spreading of mulch at a school. And while those opportunities are serving, it made me realize that sometimes we get a narrow view of what does it look like to serve others. And I had another friend say in this conversation share that, how she saw serving throughout Scripture is that it's when you and I take our gifts, talents, and abilities and we step into the intersection of somebody's life and we meet a need there in love. It reminds me of another passage of Scripture from 1 Peter that says, use whatever gifts, talents, and abilities you have to serve others with God's grace in its various forms. That you and I have been gifted by God to actually serve others. That you and I have spiritual gifts, that you and I have been given gifts, talents, and abilities that we can use to serve others. And that doesn't always have to be physical. But that can actually be financial, that can be relational, that can be in a variety of ways that you and I can spend time with somebody. Even just the physical presence of being with somebody and listening to them as they share what they're going through can be an act of service to them. That you can actually love somebody. Sometimes one of the best ways that you can love somebody and serve them is just simply by being there and listening to them. And so I don't know where you're at, but I would just encourage you with this. I want you to look for opportunities that God might be placing before you to serve somebody. That you would serve them. Maybe it is physical. Maybe it is mowing somebody's lawn. Maybe it is doing something that they need help with physically, and you've been given gifts, talents, and the ability to serve them in that way. But for some of you, maybe God's asking you to step outside of your comfort zone, and maybe it's that you need to listen to somebody, that you need to ask them questions, or maybe even just speak life into them. I don't know what that looks like in your life, but my prayer for you is this: that you would offer your body, that you would offer yourself as a living sacrifice. That I, Scott, would look at every day and say, okay, Lord, what would you have me do today? How can I best serve the people around me and the people that you bring in front of me today? I hope this encourages you.